Besides Mario, Pokemon is probably one of the most recognizable names in the video game industry, and for years, there's been one thing that players have been asking for: an MMO. Sadly, Sword and Shield are going a different direction, but there is something interesting on the horizon. My name is Codiak, and today we check out the upcoming title, Temtem. Temtem started as a Kickstarter project and is under development by the studio Crema. I know, the word Kickstarter might spook people, but the game has seen awesome progress and is currently in alpha with early access inching closer every day. The exact date for the early access is still up in the air, but we expect it to be as soon as fall 2019. Unfortunately, if you're just learning about Temtem, you're probably going to have to wait a bit longer since first access was promised to some of the Kickstarter backers that helped fund the development of the game. But it looks like a simple pay-to-play model is going to give players an easy jumping in point when the game finally hits Steam. One of the exciting things about the game is that it's already established a presence on all of the major social media platforms and has a Discord of over 30,000 members. But why should you play Temtem? What could possibly possess you to break away from the tried and true Game Freak product for something new? Well, for starters, if you like Pokemon, there's a good chance you'll enjoy elements within Temtem. The game doesn't try to hide the fact that there are features that are directly inspired by the series. Gym leaders, a shadowy evil entity, attribute types, heck, even the ability to pick a starting Temtem are all things we've seen in a Pokemon game. It's hard to go wrong when you base your game off of one of the most successful series in video game history, but there is always room for change, and this is where Temtem starts to step out from behind Pokemon's shadow. Temtem is challenging the concept that a monster capture game can't work in an online setting. In fact, their whole model is based on a living world. You'll be able to see fellow players out in the world capturing and training their Temtem alongside you. Plus, you'll be able to interact with these players requesting battles, trades, all out in the field. But the biggest game changer is that you'll be able to team up with other players in a co-op PvE environment to take on tough challenges together. To be a success, Temtem has to reach or raise the bar with a number of features players are already familiar with in the Pokemon games. And that includes one of the biggest systems in a monster catcher, the battles. While not completely reinventing the way battles are done, Temtem is taking randomness out of the equation. No longer will there be a chance to paralyze or chance to stun, it's all or nothing, and you'll always know what's coming down the pike. The game will also focus primarily on 2v2 combat, which is a change for better or for worse. While 1v1 combat will still be a thing, Temtem is putting a lot of stock on teamwork and team building, so the format makes sense. Temtem is also looking to bring a real competitive edge to the table. Players will enter the match with 10 Temtem. Both players will then enter a pick and ban phase where 6 of your Temtem will be banned and you're left with 4 to battle with. This is such a new take on the genre and one that could really make Temtem a viable esports option if it manages to have success as it launches. Temtem isn't just about combat. With a huge emphasis on the social aspect of the game, the development team has made sure that every type of player will have something to do. Breeding will play a big part in building your team and raising Temtem to be the best versions of themselves. New movesets, better stats, all can be achieved by careful breeding. But it's not all fun and games. Temtem will feature a genetic degradation system that limits how many times you can breed one specific Temtem, and that effect carries on with the offspring. So you'll have to plan ahead if you want to build out the perfect team. Another social aspect of Temtem is the housing system, which gives players an option to create a unique space they can call their own. Houses will be instanced, which ensures that every player has their own space, but every house will be accessible, which means visiting friends and finding inspiration will be a breeze. Finally, what would an MMO be without the ability to customize your character? Here again, Temtem is stepping out of the shadow to provide players with a system to create a truly unique identity. While it's not entirely clear what options players will have, we've already seen a number of outfits and looks that will ensure everyone has a chance to stand out in a crowd. From the moment we learned about Temtem, we knew that this game was worth keeping an eye on. Kickstarter titles can be scary, but with an active community and a steady flow of communication, we're confident that this game is just over the horizon. If this is your first time hearing about Temtem, let us know what you think. Leave us a comment below and share your thoughts about the game, or better yet, join me and the rest of the Game Gurus community on Discord, where you can talk about Temtem and other great games. And finally, don't forget to like and subscribe to The Game Gurus for more videos in your feed. My name is Codiak, and from everyone here at The Game Gurus, thanks for watching, and play on.